The child goes to the fair. It was the spring fair. All the people were going to it. Some walked. Some rode on horses, some in bullock carts. The little child ran with his parents. He was overjoyed. When he remained behind, his father asked him to come. He remained behind to see the toys in the shops. The little boy wanted the toy. But his parents couldn't buy it. So they asked him to look at other things. Other things attract the child. It was the season of mustard flowering. The fields looked gold with it. The dragonflies were fluttering over the mustard flowers. The child tried to catch one of them. But he was called by his mother. He ran gaily towards his parents. He heard the dove cooing. He had picked up the petals in the grove then. He also ran round the banyan tree. But again he was called by his parents. The child with parents reaches the fair. He heard a sweetmeat seller calling.
Gulab Jamun, Rasgulla, Burfi, Jalebi.
The sweet shop was greatly decorated with different sweets. Seeing the sweets, the child's mouth watered. He said,
I want that burfi.
Burfi was his favorite sweet. But his saying so was unheeded. Various scenes of the fair. The child went ahead with his parents. He heard a flower seller saying,
A garland of gulmohar.
The child went to the flower basket. He wanted a garland. But he knew his parents would refuse to buy him that. So he moved on. Then he saw a balloon seller. He had balloons of various colors. The child knew his parents would not buy him a balloon. So he walked on farther. The child is lost. The child then saw a snake charmer. He was playing a flute to a snake. He went near the snake charmer. But he knew that his parents had asked him not to hear such music. So he went ahead. Then he saw a merry-go-round. Men, women, children, etc. were enjoying a ride on it. The child called,
I want to go on the roundabout, please, father, mother.
but there was no reply. The child had been lost. The child in a very bad shape. A full deep cry rose within the child's deep throat. He cried.
Mother, father.
Tears rolled down his eyes. He cried and ran to and fro. But he couldn't see his parents. People laughed and talked. Then he ran to a shrine. There was a big crowd there. The child went a bit ahead between the people's feet, but he was pushed back. A man heard his cry. He lifted him up in his arms. The man tries to locate the child's parents. The man asked the child how he got there. He also asked him the names of his parents. But the child only said,
I want my father.
The man took the child to the merry-go-round. He asked him if he wanted to ride on the horse. But the child said only that he wanted his mother. Then the man asked him if he would take a balloon. But the child sobbed and sobbed. He wanted his father. The child is taken to the flower seller and sweetmeat shop. The man then took the child to the flower seller. He asked him if he would like to put a flower garland round his neck. The child turned his nose. He only said,
I want my mother. I want my father.
Then the man asked him which sweet he would like. The child turned his face. He only said,
I want my mother. I want my father.